Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Everybody's crying. We are crying of hunger. Oh. Hunger wants to buy us. Oh. Ah. One thing I want to inform you all is there are opportunities in difficulties. Say that to somebody close to you right now. There are opportunities in difficulties. This particular period is not really hard for me because I positioned myself and my business in such a way that the fluctuations in the currency is not really affecting me. How do you do the same? Instead of becoming a perpetual beggar. Somebody says, you dey tell president doing a good job, so disappointing because he's doing a good job. Keep quiet, lazy youth. Lazy youth, keep quiet. How do you create a situation where your economy is not affected by the dictates of the global economy, of the Nigerian economy, or whatever you have? How do you do it? How do you do it? It's a question. How do you do it? There's so many people right now who are not affected by the naira against the dollar. There are some people actually happy that the naira was falling. Those who are exporting, or those who are receiving rent. Imagine you are receiving rent in the UK monthly. You have a property that gives you £1,000 a month as a rent from the UK. £1,000 now is 1.8 million. Last month it was 2.1 million. You where they collect rent from abroad and the money is coming to meet you in Nigeria, you are not going to be particularly sad that the naira is falling against the dollar, because it means more money in your hands, even if at the end of the day more inflation and what have you. So how do you hedge yourself against these situations? The difference between a rich person or a comfortable person and a poor, hungry, wretched person are the availability of resources, opportunities, and how to manage information. Let me tell you, if I came right now and I said I had Bitcoin for sale, I'm hungry, I want to sell Bitcoin, I want to sell one for $10,000. Is that not an opportunity? Because on the market today, Bitcoin is $63,000. I want to sell my own $10,000. Sharp. Just give me money. If you don't have $10,000, the opportunity is useless to you. Hello. If you don't have resources, opportunities become useless. Opportunities are useful when you are able to tap into the opportunities using the resources you have. Sometimes the resource you have is not money. A friend of mine had a property in Lekki. Some people came and said, you know what, we demolished the property there, which is his father's house that his father built before he passed on, and raised a 10-story building. Your collateral, what you are bringing to the table is the land. We bring the money and we share revenue. Person will not get land for, like, if you get land for Omiadio, nobody will come in to say they want erect high rise there. So in whatever situation you have, what are your resources? Some people's resources are marketing. Some people's resources are understanding the legal system. Some people's resources are finances. Some people's resources are land. How do you tap into the resources you have? I've got a very special guest today. This young man is a very clear rags to riches story. He went from, I posted on my page the other day. Let me read a bit of this to you. I'm sorry, I have to go to my page for this. This is what this gentleman said about his wife. And I was drawn to tears. But it also showcased something very paramount. If he can do it, you can do it. If he can brave it, you can brave it. If he can wriggle it, you can wriggle it. What are the available opportunities at your beck and call? How do you use these opportunities? That's my question for you. I'm looking for the post right now. I know it was after the Tony Tetula remedy situation. I know it was quite recent. Don't tell me it has gone this far back. I just wanted to read that to you to show you how a person could come from such a struggle and be able to get to where he got to. Let me just quickly look at this very quickly. Yeah, it was about his wife. I don't know if I can find it right now. And he told the story of his wife wanting to give birth and he didn't have any money. And the last time he celebrated his birthday, it was in his house in Banana Island. I was there. I drove there. I ate fish pepper soup. I can still remember what I ate. Catfish pepper soup. In his house in Banana Island. This was someone who was riding bus 20 years prior. Today he's living in Banana Island doing projects abroad. What's the difference between him and you? Let me bring him on. And while I'm doing this, I want to use this opportunity also to bring a Bizzle Empire on. Guys, be attentive. There's something I always tell people. If you are not willing to take risks, to make money for this life, go hard for you. I personally took the greatest risk of my career. I left the radio to come and work on social media. Now the Tinubu government is making things a bit easier for us. But a Bizzle _ Empire. I can't find him. Okay. Peter Vincent 6128. Please, if you can follow me, guys, please send me requests. So if you are supposed to come. I can't seem to find them. Guys, if you are watching me live, send a request. Okay. So the gentleman is here. We're waiting. Tell them to send requests. Can't find them on the live. Hello, Dr. Stephen.
Daddy Freeze, how are you today?
I'm doing very well, very well. It was a very wonderful meeting I had with you yesterday. I went to one of Dr. Stephen's offices. Please,
Thank
Dr.
you for
Stephen, you have to
coming to
send me
our office.
Panadol. I climbed all the way to the 4th floor where your office was. His office is on like 6 floors. I'm like, whoa, all this is G test. I didn't need to go to the gym that yesterday or today. Just going up and down. Dr. Stephen, show us the way. Show us the way. Show us the way. How are you doing?
I'm good. And you, how's your family?
Very well, thank you. I saw, before we go into anything, I want to go a bit emotional with you. I saw the emotional tribute you gave to your wife. I think it was her birthday.
Yes.
I was looking for it. I know I reposted it, but I just couldn't find it.
I just sent it to your DM. I mean, I saw you reposted it, and thank you for that. I know it must have touched you for you to have reposted it.
It was so touching. You said that when she wanted to give birth, guys, listen to this story. When she wanted to give birth, you didn't have money. Tell us a bit of that story before we go into.
Well, so when I mean, we were to give birth to our first son, and you know, we had even had to, and this is where me and you disagree anyway on church matter. So we had to go to a redeem midwife free because they don't charge. Now, if we were to go to the normal hospital, they will have charged us. But we knew we didn't have money.
Anything the church does free to the people. I'm with you 100%. To shout out to Redeem for having free midwifery.
So it was the maternity episode was done in that Redeem maternity because it was free. But we still needed to pay at least for some items that they were going to use for the new baby and all of that. I think it was 4,000 at that point. You know, and you know, I couldn't even afford that. Thank God somebody was able to give us the 4,000 naira there. I paid the person back. If I remember, when she started labor, I had gone to the hospital and then the thing was delayed. And I had a meeting in Abeokuta, hoping that I would make some money and be able to, you know, whatever the bills were going to be. I remember 7 days later, you need to do naming. So there was a lot of hustle. I think some people wanted to buy bulk SMS from us, so I had gone for a meeting, but came back. The money didn't show up at that day. By the time I came back, it was the evening. She had not given birth. I laid down at the clinic, and before you know, 4 a.m. she had not given birth. At that point, if I went to the chapel because the church was beside the clinic, and then went to kneel down and begin to pray to God because my father-in-law didn't approve of our wedding. He said I was not ready.
He go say using Pekin do ritual.
Exactly.
Hey.
Because he had argued that I wasn't responsible. Because I went to his house with palm slippers. I had this native clothes. I just looked simple. And you can imagine how slim I was. It was over 12 years ago. So he looked at me head to toe. I was like, this one is, you cannot take care of my daughter. All this. And then he said, what am I doing? I said, digital marketing. So what is digital marketing? You know that we start all this social media thing. We're consulting for businesses in those days. So digital marketing, which kind of business with digital marketing? So he said, this one no get job. You cannot afford to take care of my daughter. So but my wife insisted I was the one she wanted to marry. So we went ahead. Her mom supported. Those who supported, we did court wedding, we did our wedding and all that without his blessing. So now she wants to give birth. And then the labor has been going on for over 10 hours. I remember going to kneel there in that church. I said, God, you saw my conscience. Even me, I don't agree, say, I know go marry. I'm not, she still say, That is sure my use of my conscience. I beg. Let mother and child come out safely. I beg, because this one, if anything happen, I'm dead. Legal me.
Hey.
And that will kill me. And so we had the baby, but naming was another thing. I think I used to pastor then. I gave the welfare person 8,000 naira. That's all I had. That even if na Zobo and carrying biscuit they can do, naming we should do naming. That's why you saw that picture. It was horrific.
Dr. Stephen, how long ago was this?
Funny enough, this was just 11 years ago.
So in about a decade, you moved from a man who could not afford to name his child to a man who owns a house in Banana Island and an office that Daddy Freeze nearly broke his leg going to the top floor.
Now you are yapping us that we didn't have elevator. Don't worry, God will help us.
No, you don't need elevator in that kind of building. No wonder your stomach is flat and my own is beginning to show. So Dr. Stephen, how did you do it? And do you have opportunities for people who are watching right now? 10 years. You guys don't understand. Dr. Stephen, please don't be angry. I want to ask you a very personal question. That your house in Banana Island, please, it's like how much do they sell it?
Daddy Freeze, I don't discuss things
I
like
know,
this.
but people need to know. If you don't tell them, they will not understand what you can do in 10 years.
I'm a very conservative person when it comes to my own personal asset. But when it comes to corporate wise, but generally Banana Island properties, depend. Land in itself, you're going for 1,200 square meter land. It goes for as high as between 2 to 4 billion. Just land, not else.
Hey, person no fit pay for hospital bill 11 years ago. Today, he can afford 2 billion for land. They never put the house there. Guys, something can be done. I'm sorry, Dr. Stephen. I know this is unorthodox.
So my argument about wealth, right, and I've always said it, is that wealth is a function of two things. Number one, savings, and then number two, investment. And then the third one is now leveraging on other people's what we call OPT and OPM, other people's time and other people's money. Because there's a time where your own money alone cannot allow you scale. So when people now know, Stephen, for example, knows. I'll give you an example. There are some very wealthy people in Nigeria that handle their personal account, social media account. You not be aware I'm in charge. But the only reason they trust me is that, first of all, this guy is not hungry. He's not going to, sabotage my brand, for anything. Nobody can come and pay Stephen to come and start chunking out wrong content for my name, right? And they know I've built that credibility. Same thing with wealth or managing money. Because some of us, people say we are rich, but it's really people trusting us with their resources as a result of having proven that we know how to manage money well. We're talking about Herbert Wigwe passing on, right? How did he get that kind of wealth? It was that he demonstrated that if you can give him XY, he can turn it to XY. And so before you know it, people started trusting him. So for me, oftentimes, I don't always want to make it look like, it was just one by himself or herself. Is also that you have built credibility, you've built social capital, people trust you, people first of all know that this guy can turn 1,000 naira, which is my story. I started a company 16 years ago with just 1,000 naira. And so they could see what I've been able to do on my own. So now you can have people then trusting us with millions and millions. And of course, if I manage such with you, I'm entitled to a portion of that as well. And that's how gradually you're able to build wealth in reality. Yeah.
I want to ask you a question. If you had started your business with 1,000 naira, and I'd known you back then, I would have given you another 1,000 naira. So it would be Dr. Stephen, Daddy Freeze, and Co. So everything you own, now we own half. But the problem is, I did not know you then. I know you now. Is there anything you are still doing that people can tap into? Of course, I always tell people any business you do is done at your own risk. And I like Dr. Stevens, one of my favorite people when it comes to that. He says, if you have any iota of doubt, don't invest. But Dr. Steven, if I'd given you 1,000 naira 16 years ago, maybe I'll have boys quarter in Banana Island, even if I don't get a house. So what are you doing now? Is there anything people can tap into? Is there any new project, ongoing project that 16 years from now, people can look back and say, oh, wow, I made a good choice in 2024 and I was able to build something for myself, and today I am all the merrier, all the happier for it?
Well, first of all, let me start at the freeze by saying clearly, and I love that question, that if I had known you then, I would have invested. But the truth is, like many people say, you will not have invested. And the reason you will not have invested is because I have not demonstrated value. I've not demonstrated that the reason you are willing to do now is because you could see the trajectory. So like people say, result terminating some. However, you and I have to face the fact that business is risk. Sometimes you have the best intentions and money is still lost at the end of the day. And that the problem we have in Nigeria is unsolicited advice. Many of your people watching me now, their problem is the so-called nice friends that they have. Be careful, shine your eye. Don't lose money. Oga, we all lost money. I'm here because I've lost money. I've done videos of how I lost 120 million in real estate. I've done videos of how even Dubai, I lost over $1 million. I'm still on that one now. Right?
I was with you in your office yesterday when you were making phone calls over that.
About the Dubai one. Right? So we lose money. But why we are here is that we don't give up. We understand we are taking a risk. We understand, but we know also that if we don't take the risk, we will never be rich. My quote is this, and I want people to write this down. Money is a reward for risk taking. Period. Money is a reward for risk taking. You don't take the risk. It's simple. So all this, many of us, and I keep saying it, I thank God today that I didn't listen to some of my friends. There's no land I bought that even my lawyer did not tell me be careful. There's no land. In fact, I was still talking to my lawyer now. We have 5 properties we want to buy. Every one of them, he has issues with it. We just spoke before I joined this call. I had to say to myself, okay, we have to take some measure of risk. There's no perfect land. We need to move. Because this thing you've been dragging, as long as this land, he has been on it since last year. Due diligence, before you say, hold on, I need to check something. And they raised one issue. Okay, this is a risk. Okay? We have to go ahead. And if I did not take those risks, I won't be here. It's easy for a lot of people now to admire, but you don't want to take the risk. Life and business is risk. So let's get that clear. So all these unsolicited advice they are giving you, they don't like you. And I said this often. Somebody was commenting, I said, you that you have refused to take risk, where you did, are you better? Are you better off? Life itself is a risk. So all this, be careful, shine your eye. You've been shining your eye all these years. How your life be? How much money you don't make now? You don't turn billionaire for shining your eye. But back to the question, because it's important we reiterate this even before telling people about opportunity. Because all the culture of be careful, watch it, shine your eye, we lose money. I lose money, but I keep moving. Right? And ultimately, I win some, I lose some. But over time, with experience, with calculated risk, with mentorship, with people who have track record, you will win more than you are losing. It's as simple as ABC. Right? But to opportunities, we have many. In Nigeria, in fact, today now, we still had a tour of 2 of our estates. where we just open site office. So one of these we're doing now is to open site office in our estates in Nigeria. And you can go to Ovation, a social media page, city people, because they came to cover it. Channels and TVC were also on ground. We had Kololo to Latif, the actor, and all of that. Daddy Freeze has been there to we went to Ekpe and Bejuleki. But in Dubai as well, this Saturday, if you live in Dubai or you're traveling across Dubai, we're doing a tour of Dubai properties that you can invest in and make money for yourself. In the UK, we represent one of the biggest developers there as well. So with over 70 developments that you can invest in. In the US, we're then working on a project that is our own and is going to last for the next 7 to 10 years. Is a major project. Is a baby. I'm very passionate about it. If you see me anywhere, that's the one I'm talking about every day. And I'm saying this, that this is not just about money. Those who work in my office, they know I've never once tell them how much is GTS going to make from this project. This is about legacy. This is about reputation. This is about image. In reality, I have seen that we need to redeem our image. Daddy Freeze, are you telling me there are no Indians that scam? When we're growing up in the 80s and in the early 90s, when they say an Indian man, Daddy Freeze, do you remember what we think of? Number one, that they scored 99 goals.
Yes.
And they Juju. Number two, that they change paper to dollar. Right?
Yes.
Today, the same Indian community has taken over the tech Silicon Valley in America. Right? Now, and they come together and they do business. Don't they scam each other? Are there no scam issues?
Of course there will be.
They don't put it on their head the way we carry. We are the ones who advertise our own people and say, don't trust me in Nigeria. I was in an hotel some days ago, Daddy Freeze. And I saw these two white couples. They sell private aircraft parts in Nigeria. So I got, and the Americans, so we got talking. And I was saying, we have some property if you want to buy Banana Island. It's safe. And they laughed. You know what they said to me?
What?
They said, we have never felt unsafe in Nigeria. They said, in fact, we feel more unsafe in Florida than in Nigeria. Two white couple. He said, in fact, we bought our land in Ibejuleki facing the beach. We're told that it doesn't have C of O, and maybe later in future the government may come after it. But we paid already. What do you think? But we love near the beach. We've never felt unsafe in Nigeria. Two white couples. You Nigeria, waiting at the talk. Right? You Nigerians, they come and buy land. We never take risk. So my own argument many of us said Japa is the next thing we need to do, Daddy Freeze. Many of us have Japat. Okay, including myself. I don't live that much in Nigeria. But the question is, what have we done with the Japa? We all claim that these countries have better amenities, they have better system, that we can do better there, that the laws are better. Okay? But in reality, how come we go to those places, we have not started our businesses in those places? And you and I know, no matter what country in the world you go to, no matter what country in the world, you cannot be rich by being an employee. That's just the truth. You can either be rich by owning a business that has a structure and is able to, the equity helps you to become richer, or you become rich by becoming an investor in an existing business. Nobody becomes rich by being an employee. Right? If you like, they should pay you $50 an hour, $100 an hour. You will still pay your bills and your mortgage and send your children to school. At the end of the day, you are not going to be rich. Okay? All the so-called rich people that you talk about were given equity in their companies. And we better get it straight. And in Africa, every small thing, the definition of rich is that you have a house. and you have a new car.
A new car. And your children are going to expensive school.
Children are going to school. That's the definition of rich for an average Nigerian. And that's the definition of financial freedom. So in reality is that and then some of them change it to Naira. That's why most of you in diaspora, and I challenge you, after all, we're all together in diaspora there. It's when you come to Nigeria, you begin to buga everybody. By the time you change your dollar or pounds to Naira, then go to party and spray like there's no tomorrow. When you get back to the UK or to the US, you are back to your 9 to 5 and to the real hustle. And many of your people back at home do not know how hard you work in the cold. They don't know how hard you work. But because you two have come to spray so much money, they think that you are packing money on the floor. So we have a lot of projects, and my argument at the freeze is we must think investment. Yes, a lot of us have lost, and including myself, but we have to think of investment. There are some people that they want to bring to the show today. I hope you're able to pull them up.
I've been trying to.
With us.
That's what I'm trying to hear.
Who have invested with our company, and they've been earning every year. And many of these people, I've never met them before, and some of them will probably even tell you, we've never seen face to face. They call our office, invested, and every year the company pays them the returns that is due to them. So please, if you are one of those that should be called up, can you just comment and say, I am with GVest?
So I can invite you. I can't seem to. Okay, I've seen one of them here. Oh wow, I've seen the second one here too. Okay, I've sent you guys requests. Please accept too. I've seen 2 of them, and I've sent the 2 of them requests.
Okay.
Please accept.
So we brought a few people we have done business with, because over the years, again, I keep saying there's no perfect company. You can't have thousands of customers and everybody is happy. I mean, there are challenges, customer care issues, but over the years, we've been able to build credibility. We've had, great people do business with us. Like I said, most of them, I don't even know them, but they heard about our company, they did business, and we've done our best to make sure, to the best of our ability, to treat them right. And they hopefully will be able to have some of them share their story with you. And for me, that is the ultimate way to build wealth. Invest. I'm not asking you to quit your job. I'm just saying
Thank you, Dr. Steven. Fire your boss. Fire your boss. Fire your boss. Motivational speakers will tell you, fire your boss. No.
If you fire your boss, the reality, I see Ogbogbo Jacinta says, what? I'm not sure one of them have come up yet. So we've seen situations where people just tell you fire your boss, and I tell people your salary is your capital for your investment. Your salary is the capital for even starting your business, right? So what you just need to do, if you eventually want to go and start your own business, save a good portion of your salary and later go and use it as a capital. Because if you are coming to someone like me and say, Dr. Steven, I want to start my business, invest, I will ask you, how much have you saved of your
Thank you.
That's the first question. So the current job where you work, you should treat it well. You should work hard and treat your employer well, understanding that it is where you raise the capital for the company you want to start. And for those of you who don't have the intention to go and start your own business, it's the same similar model. The money you are saving is where you have the capital to invest. Okay? In buying shares that ultimately you are then going to be able to use, whether you are buying shares, whether you are buying property, whether you are investing in debt syndication like the ones that we do with GVest, and ultimately, we're able to build wealth. So somebody said, what's GVest? GVest is a subsidiary of GTEX Holdings, where companies that I founded, and is an investment vehicle where people are able to invest. We put that money into real estate assets, and we're able to give you a portion of what we make every year. Now, we are not those who do 40% every year, 50% every year. We don't do that. We're not a Ponzi scheme. And we've built a name that we want to protect.
Tell them to accept.
Right?
Now.
Over the years, we want to keep it that way. And what we do is called debt syndication. And in the case of a debt syndication, I will explain that to you. In the case of a debt syndication, it means that I'm taking the headache. There's also equity syndication. So when you're doing, and I'm just giving you background so that you understand investment. So when you're doing investment, there's equity syndication and there's debt syndication. When you do equity syndication, I can tell you that come into a deal. I'm buying this house. Me, I will drop for 80% and 60%. You draw 40% and you own 40%. And then you're excited that I'm giving you 40% of that deal. And you're putting money. But what you don't know in the case of equity syndication is that in many cases, anything that goes wrong, we share it. In other words, if the deal goes bad, you lose your 40%, me, I lose my 60%. And this is part of the reason that the freeze where it then becomes as if people start shouting to the rooftop, I did an investment, I lost my money, I don't trust anybody. Did you ask the right questions? Okay? You say you are giving me 40%. What is my relationship with you? Is it debt syndication? Is it equity? Meaning that if anything goes wrong with this deal, I'm also losing what I gave you. Okay? And that's why I have a quotable quote, and I think we should all write it down. Always invest in the knowledge of an investment before the investment itself. Always invest. Like someone is saying, syndication grammar. When you lose your money, you know that you needed to know that grammar. Right? When you lose your money. Right? Always invest in the knowledge of an investment before the investment. So don't rush into, I want to put my money somewhere. Can I even understand what I'm getting myself into? Can I understand the risk level? What I've noticed at the freeze is that many of us are just greedy. We want the opportunities with the highest returns. And as soon as you can promise us the highest return, we put our money. When it goes bad, we're ready to go on social media and begin to shout, they cheated me, it's a scam, it's a this. But the reality is that, did you get knowledge? Did you ask the right questions? Did you even say, how come you're able to give me up to 50% every year? Because America is not a place you can inflate profits. You can't just inflate things anyhow. Okay? You can't just inflate things anyhow. So if people are promising you certain returns, you have to say, break it down for me. What guarantees that you will be able to make this kind of money? What's the guarantee that this thing will come? But we don't ask these questions at the freeze. I mean, when we pushed out this our project, many people reach out to us and we got a good response. But you know what all of them kept saying? But the return is too small. I'll put it into crypto. Yes, you can put it into crypto. Nobody's denying that. But Bitcoin can crash, right? Literally can crash to, $300. The same way it did, and it has continued to do. Now, when that happens, what happened to the money you've invested? So we must begin to ask ourselves, and I'm not asking not to do Bitcoin. I'm not asking not to do Bitcoin because, trust me, I even teach people how to invest in Forex and crypto. So I'm not asking not to. But how do you balance your investment? That some of it are low risk, right? So that everything is not high risk and you end up losing all your money all the time. Your money. Which is usually what we do. Yeah. Which is usually what I see that happen to a lot of our people and how we always lose our money at the end of the day. Somebody said, Mr. Steven, give us 2 sure odds. This investment na long thing. You see, when you see people, if you do X-ray, their bones are shaped in such a way that it spells out poverty. Their bone marrow, if you put it under microscope, you expand it, you will see poverty. Poverty for their cells be like Gucci. You know, when you buy Gucci shoe, like this Gucci shoe,
The way they do the Gucci. Now, so poverty mark some of their cells. You are here listening to opportunities, and what you are saying is that sure bet that sent your father to an early grave, that sure bet that sent your uncle back to the village. That's what that I say sure bet betting house. I'm not saying don't bet, but for betting is a hobby. Betting is what you do with your change. Not you don't invest in a betting house. Who did this to this generation?
So I mean, what my argument that the freeze is that this is why I don't listen to all this. Everybody's a scam. They scam me. A lot of the people saying it, they're just re-echoing what somebody told them. Right? And that's just the truth. They're just re-echoing what somebody said. Not that, they were serious themselves to take life seriously. Betting is your choice. I don't do that. I don't gamble. I don't bet. But I can tell you categorically that my result has terminated my insult. You don't need to agree with my principles, but what I've achieved, my story is an amazing one. And is a proof that you can build something great. It's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be sudden. Like I said, even the 11 years ago about the naming of my son, I've started. It wasn't like I was just starting. I've started. Nothing just was showing that time. And, but I kept at it. And today, things are beginning. There are evidence that convince people that, God is faithful. So somebody is asking, what's the return? I think what I would advise you can send a DM. You can contact our team. And because the returns differs, so it depends on what you are investing, right? That determines the returns that you get. And we are as flexible as possible. So this is a WhatsApp number. You can chat me on this WhatsApp. Now, let me be very straightforward. I am not customer care. I have over hundreds of people who work for me. And I'm a different kind of businessman, right? I easily block people. That the freeze told you was in my office yesterday. I saw people working there. They were employed to talk to you and to talk to you in a nice way. Me now, my mood is different, right? I may be in the midst of something and you disturb me too much, I block you. So what is proper is when you chat me, I will connect you with customer care people who were trained to talk in a professionally nice way, talk to you in a way that they will massage your ego. I'm not sure that is my job, right? So let me just put that out there before you go and tell that the freeze that we reach out to the man, he didn't even reply. Sometimes I don't even reply message in days. So, but WhatsApp chat, that's
even
the way.
Me, I don't bother talking to you. Once I see Farouk, I'm okay.
Please tell them
bother.
So that they know.
I don't bother. I know if I need to get a message to Dr. Stephen, I have my channels. But if it's something that I'm not in a hurry, I can just drop a DM. Anytime he's ready within the next 1, 2, 3 days, if it's not urgent, he will reply. But if I need to talk to him now, the business is structured in such a way that there's somebody to talk to. Even yesterday when we started talking finances, Dr. Stephen said, that's not my call. Daddy Freeze, over to. Then and there, he handed me over to somebody, said, talk to this person. So it's a properly structured company. Please, what are the numbers? So people can...
because I got some feedback that the last show we did, some people kept insisting, it was Dr. Stephen they saw that the free show. They are talking to somebody different and they're scared. So what I'm doing this time, I'm giving my WhatsApp chat directly. You chat me up, I'm the one you are chatting. And then I will refer you to somebody in the office who will then give you all the details, right? At least you now know. It's not as if I'm not sure because again, I get one. I wonder, and I can't blame some of you. Some of us have gone through a lot in terms of investment. You've been treated in a funny way, so you find it difficult to trust people. But like I keep saying, you have no choice than to keep trusting and risking. we all are still taking risk, right? I mean, I'm on the project now that is going to cost $150 million. I'm taking the highest, financing of my life, $105 million. If that fails, I mean, big trouble. That's a risk, right? But guess what? By the time it's successful, because I know it will succeed, I will be able to pull liquidity as high as $1 billion from the American, market. So that's the way life is. The higher the risk, the higher the reward. And the only reason I'm also taking that risk is because the reward is enough for me to say, let's put chook head, right? All done, I die. But because for this project, it's a $150 million project. I'm taking a facility of $105 million. I'm raising $45 million, right? It's a risk. I mean, there are many risks. The advantage in America because the land itself has insurance, the construction has insurance. So that's one good thing with America, right? So everything we're doing is insurance all the way, and it's very structured and regulated. However, it's still a risk. And I'm very aware of that. And guess what? It's the biggest risk of my life. And the answer is, are you interested? You are not interested? You can say, well, I don't get mine. Don't worry, we have the lesser risk one in Epe or in Bejileki or in Sobotedo.
Dr. Stephen.
Yes.
Can I invest in Naira? Because one thing I've noticed that the government is very emphatic about is spending Naira. You live in Nigeria, you don't have to spend dollars. Is there a way I can invest Naira with your company and still be a part of this $150 million project? So I invest my Naira and I get my rewards in Naira. Is there a possibility?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, that the phrase, you'll be happy to know that the returns in Naira is higher. We give between 18 to 26% if you're investing in Naira. And you're getting your returns in Naira. Yes, the returns in Naira is higher. Yes, we give, in fact, some of those who are supposed to come and give testimony are invested with us in Naira. And they got their returns in Naira. And they probably will have told us, I don't know why they are not able to come up. And probably, please, can they follow that? You need to follow his account first. And then you probably need to download and re-update your WhatsApp.
One of them has finally come. A bizzle.
All the way around.
A bizzle is here.
What do we have? Can we see your face?
All the way around.
Hello. What do we have?
Hello. Good evening.
A bizzle.
Good evening.
Yeah. Greetings from Rwanda, Kigali.
All the way from Kigali, Rwanda.
Yes,
yes. And
are you Nigerian or you're Rwandese?
I'm a Nigerian. And GTEX since 2022. I was among the first set of people that did the land banking in 2022. And also I subscribed to the Beryl Estate. I subscribed to the Beryl Estate last year, the one Uncle Dele was involved in. And yes, so it's nice to have you guys here again. And I'm enjoying this conversation. I'm learning a lot also.
Oh, so you are right now in Kigali, Rwanda?
Yes.
And you invested with Dr. Stephen?
Yes.
How long ago did you invest?
I invested last year when Uncle Dele came to do the opening.
That's Dele Momodu.
Yes, Dele Momodu last year.
Okay. How much did you invest and how much did you get back?
No, that's buying the land. You know, it was I invested 15 million, but I got a waiver for the what they call it, documentation. I think the place is selling for 20. Then I invested 15 and I got the waiver. This was last year in April when the estate was launched. I think I was among the first people that invested. Yes.
How has your experience with Dr. Stephen been so far?
Amazing.
By the way, I don't know him. By the way, I don't even know.
We've chatted. I and Dr. Stephen, we've chatted sometime. Then I was based in Turkey. I was actually in Turkey when I invested in 2020. 2022, he referred me to one of his wealth advisors, which I invested, and since then I've been getting my return of investment every year. I think I'm supposed to get the next one in May. I'm supposed to get the next one in May.
You invest in GVest? You invested in GVest?
Yes, GVest, yes, GVest. I was among the first people that invested
in GVest. How much did you invest?
I invested in GVest in 2022. I invested 1 million. Then I was still skeptical about the company, and I took let me see, because I was outside the country. So when I did it, like, the follow up was amazing. I was getting my return on investment. So that was
There's this guy that's just disturbing me. Philly Green or something was his name. Just block him because he seems not to.
I've raptured him. You don't talk rapture. You can't see him again.
We're having a conversation, and please don't just come here and distract us. You know, Dangote does not come on social media to raise funds. You know, why are you not Dangote? You know, did they tell you that my own uncle or is Dan Tata? If my uncle is Dan Tata, I won't come here. Right? So those you guys just come and talk in a stupid way. As at 1980, Dangote was able to get a loan from Dan Tata, who is his uncle. Who, by the way, one of the few Africans who print money. And this is why many of you don't grow, because you don't know the stories of people. You just compare and just talk foolishly. Right? And that's why many people from poor background don't rise. Everybody's growth is different because you have to know your background. Where are you coming from? Right? An Otedolas dad was a governor in this Lagos state. So you will not be comparing me with him. Right? Who is my own father? He had nothing. I grew up from nothing. I had nobody. So I am of the social media generation. I built my business up ground on the streets. So don't compare people, because you don't even have intellect to understand how do people build businesses. And for your information, I'm not raising 150 million on IG. Nobody will do that. Right? Nobody does that. So if you don't understand things, ask questions. You know. So, but back to you, my brother. So if somebody was asked, so you invested 1 million there, because by the way, most of my investors, I don't even know them. You know, I mean, I know you probably have chatted me before on WhatsApp. Am I correct? I don't know most of my investors. They, you know, you chat me, I link you somewhere in the office.
Yeah,
and
you linked me with one of the wealth advisors, and through her, I did the first investment, and I also did the second investment last year in April when you guys launched the estate. I was actually there live. I flew from Abuja to Lagos. I was actually there for the inspection. Uncle Dele was the one that led the inspection at that time. So I was able to secure that property for 15 million, and I deposited 7 million outright. Then I spread the other payment, and I completed the payment in November last year. So my document was sent to me through DHL. I received it in Abuja last year, December. Yeah.
Beautiful. I mean, first of all, I want to thank you for the boldness to come and share your story because, and that it frees, I'm happy that you're bringing them because sometimes, if we're not careful, and like I said, the Indian community, the Jewish community, the African community, particularly the Nigerian community, we must find a way to balance how we handle social media. Somebody was complaining that the freeze that what's this guy's name, Anthony Joshua, did not acknowledge Nigeria after his boxing. Nigerians have become perpetual bullies on social media. And for me, if you are making money, I probably will even understand. We say, okay, now business you do. But the culture where you are not even making a dime from it. And then you build a culture of attacking people. And people said the reason Anthony Joshua did that was when he was winning, yeah, people were praising him. But when he made a loss, Nigeria literally bullied him. The same way they did to this Super Ego guy. And we must stop that culture. Right? It's a culture where you can't even settle down and listen to people, have decent conversation. The first thing you want to do is and again, here is a guy sharing how he's turning his own story around by making intentional decision. The estate he bought now is now going for 45 million that he frees. They are now doing they were there on that estate. Now they are doing 8-lane express road in front of that estate he bought. Right?
Yeah,
and the guy is telling
I want to ask, is the
yes,
estate is it open for development now? Because I got an email last month that development can start, from. So I want to get a clear vision of how you run development with your clients. Is it individually?
You should go to the company's social media page. They did a live tour today, and you will see that the coastal road has started. So meaning we're now facing that road, and you can start development. So the whole place is already developed, and there's electricity. So if you want to build, the only thing we're telling people also is that you should work on the governor's consent, and I'm sure they probably send you a mail on that. So that you perfect the title in your name, and it comes out with the governor's consent in your name, right? And the governor's consent title is the highest title a land can have, and it means the governor is bearing witness to the fact that you are now the owner of that land. And with such a title, you will not face those issues of they demolish my house, because the governor cannot say he has removed his signature, because signature will be on it that is aware that the land belongs to you. So I think that is one important thing that you want to do, and I'm sure you can talk to the office to help you get that.
Okay, what did you call that again, sir? Governor's approval.
Governor's consent. Governor's consent.
Governor's consent. Okay.
Yeah. So when you buy a land and your property has a governor's consent, it means the governor of the state is acknowledging, is the highest title. Is acknowledging that he's aware that the property belongs to you. Right? So at that point, who else can challenge
Let
you?
me
Remember
announce the number, because they're going to sign us off any second from now. I have that problem with Instagram.
Yeah, 1 hour
Plus
issue.
1 44 3790 3925. I want you to take this number down, send a WhatsApp right now. Stop whatever you're doing, get a pen, your notepad, a paper. Instagram is going to end me in the next few seconds. Take down this number if you want to be a part of this investment scheme. +1 44 3790 3. All right, I'm so sorry about that break in transmission, guys. Instagram. We're rounding off in a few minutes. Someone says, how do you invest using the GVest app? Let me bring Dr. Stephen Akintayo back so we can round off. Dr. Stephen, please, as you're coming, paste the account details. Paste the account details. Dr. Stephen, yes, I need you to paste the your phone number. How are you all doing, guys?
Okay, so please, guys, please note WhatsApp chat only +14437903925. WhatsApp chat only, and then I refer you to someone in the office. The email is gtexhomesusa.com. Again, we are a company based in Nigeria, Dubai, UK, US, and so you can do business with us different parts of the world. We have a few. You can let me pin it. I think I just pushed
So let me announce the number right now. Somebody said, how do they invest using the GVest app?
They just need to download the app on iOS or Android. You download the app, and once you download it, you can. You have to be a member of the digital cooperative. You sign up to be a member, and you will see the various investment options, and you can go ahead and invest. Okay, so and you can do the various options you want. Alternatively, you can, like I say, chat that number on WhatsApp. We'll assign you to a wealth advisor who then can guide you through the entire process as to how do you go about investing, what's the process, and all of that. We have a whole team ready to talk to you and guide you through how to go about things. Yeah, absolutely. Someone says the company registered in the UK. Yes, we have a UK. Very soon, what we're doing in the US, by the grace of God, we're going to do a similar thing in the UK as well. We're hoping to get a good piece of land. We're just looking for a land that has a building permit, because UK is another kettle of fish when it comes to construction. It can take you 5 to 7 years just to get a building permit in the UK. So we're looking for a good piece of land that has a building permit, and then we can replicate what we're doing in the US as well in the UK.
Awesome. The number once again is +14437903925. I'll take that number again, +14437903925. WhatsApp chat only. WhatsApp chat only. The number again is +14437903925. Is there a possibility we can bring somebody else?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there are 4 people who are supposed to be here. So again, if you have invested in the GVest and you want to come share your story, I don't know, please kindly send a request to Daddy Freeze or just type, I am here for GTS testimony so they can pull you up.
Just send a
Okay.
request.
We have PP says, thank you, I'm not interested in Nigerian investment. Well, we are not, we have US investment. We're even talking about the US investment, which is a KD project and it's a dollar investment. You get returns in dollar, and you can choose to invest in Naira and get returns in Naira. So, PP, we have investment cut across, even if you want Dubai, if you want US, if you want UK, if you want Nigeria. That's one unique thing with GTEX. We have diversified portfolio of investments that you can do. Now, for those of you asking about the app, why not just send the chat and then we'll attach you to one of our team who will then give you all the details on how to download the app, the name of the app, and how to go about it, okay? So just send a WhatsApp chat so our team can help you out on that. So for those of you who are supposed to join us with the GVest testimony, just type, I'm here for GVest testimony, or
Okay,
you
someone
can
says I'm here
send.
for investment. Paulo Warren G. Paulo, send me a request so I can bring you live. He's asking for the office hours in Katy.
Well, we've not opened an office on the Katy property yet. We're hoping to do that in August, and we're hoping to invite a lot of top people to do the office opening, and it's going to be a great one. But we have team members based in Houston that you can meet and talk to. We have team member in UK you can meet and talk to. We have team member in Dubai you can meet and talk to. We have team in Nigeria. We have various offices, so you can just walk into the offices, but you have to book an appointment as well, and you can meet people and talk to. But what you want to do is send a WhatsApp message to that number +1443790 3925, and somebody will talk to you. It's very important, and I've always said this: never be under pressure to invest. If you are scared, if you are worried, if you're concerned, then don't invest. But it's important to be open to learning about investment opportunities. It's important to read books on investment. It's important to attend seminars and meetings on investment. It's important to listen to conversations around investment. It's important to hear stories of how people made it, right? Because practically, a lot of people do not, decipher and learn and study. And, in Nigeria, we just like to troll. We like to bully on social media and just comment for commenting's sake. But I think that one of the things I love are people who want to come and listen and learn and ask questions, intelligent questions. And that's the way it should be. So is the investment available for everyone around the world? Absolutely. We have non-Nigerians investing. We have people from all over. We have people from different cultures, different tribes investing with us and doing business with us. Farouk, if you are there, can we get the other people who are supposed to come here? So our investment opportunity, I tell people, money does not know color. It does not know race. It does not know religion. Money is neutral. So for us, we take investors from different parts of the world. We are not restrictive of who you are, where you're coming from. And I've built mentees all over the world. I have so many mentees who today are doing real estate in Kenya. I have a very good following in Kenya, in Ghana, in Cameroon, in even Zambia. I was in Zambia last year. It was amazing. So we built a network of people all over. South Africa, I was in South Africa as well last year. In fact, we have South Africans. Despite what you say about South Africans not liking Nigerians, mine is different. I have a lot of South Africans who don't just follow me. They are investors in our company. If I got to know when I went to South Africa, And one of them said, I bought 1 acre in your social property in Lagos. I said, really? You South African? Yes, he bought an acre. Well, for your information, we have Chinese who are investors in our company. And that's why sometimes I just laugh when I see all these Nigerian trollers, because
You can't even be taking them serious, Dr. Stephen. It's not advisable that you take them serious.
That many of them just don't take themselves seriously. And what I realize also is that sometimes when people cannot afford something,
they begin to make jest of it.
They just just talk anyhow. And rather than just say, I can't afford today, I'm believing God one day I'll be able to afford, right? You just go in and talk and yell and just say nonsense. So it's what it is, and we're learning to deal with them. Daddy Freeze has a thick skin.
Oh, me, I fire them back. Once you yap me, I will go to your page.
Funny enough, I'm that top on my page as well. When you come and talk rubbish on my page, I give savage replies. So I'm not your regular kind of person.
So you are not even born again, Dr. Stephen.
Yeah?
I say you are not even born again. You'll be answering them. Me, I will put your picture there. I will yap you. Till I'm satisfied.
Where in the US do you have investment? Good. So we have 20 units of 3-bedroom townhouse in Valdosta, Georgia. And you can, they said as Mr. Genesis is sent a request. Can you check that freeze? And we are selling it for $250,000.
Mr. Genesis, send again.
Mr. Genesis, send your request again. So we're selling for $250,000. Is in fact the good news with this investment is that we already have tenants. So if you buy this property this month, from next month you start collecting money from the tenants. It's in state of Georgia. In fact, we had Ellen Paul. We did a virtual tour of the property with Ellen Paul Datafo in Georgia. So we have that. We have in Alabama, and the Alabama ones are much cheaper. They're as low as $120,000, $150,000, $130,000. And you can buy that. It was a fix and flip. So we have those ones fully built. You're just buying the houses already. However, the Katy, Texas one, we are just about building on it. It's a 40-acre, and we're building over 400 housing units. I will try and see if I can get the 3D, and I'll play the 3D video for you to see the 3D videos. So let me see if I can get one. But yes, so that's what that really is.
Please reduce the music, Dr. Stephen, so they will not come after us with copyright. All these people.
Yeah, I think I've reduced the music.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to bring in the people. Okay.
Yeah. This is in Katy. Katy is Texas. Katy is just 30, 40 minutes outside of Houston downtown. So it's going to have its own. So there's a pond in it, and we're turning into an artificial lake. So it's going to have single-family home. It's going to have townhouse. It's going to have a mall. It's going to have a golf range. So what we're doing with this video, we're showing the bare land the way it is now. We're showing the 3D of what we are proposing to build there. So each of the roof is a solar farm. And we're generating electricity through solar and wind. So we have, so
okay, we have one more guest. Finally, so after this, we can round off. If you're interested in investing, send a WhatsApp message to +1 44 3790 3925. I'll take that number again. +1 44 3790 3925. If you are interested in investing, send a WhatsApp message to this number. A WhatsApp message to this number. Dr. Stephen Akintayo is right here. All right, we've got somebody right here. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Okay. All right. All right. Good evening.
Good evening, brother. How are you doing?
Your name,
All right,
please.
I'm fine. Yes, I'm fine.
What's your name?
I'm Genesis. From Sokoto town, right in Nigeria, sir.
Yeah, Daddy.
Hello, sir.
Well, again, I'm not sure I know you, but like I said, I don't know most of our investors. So,
Yeah.
But welcome on the show.
All right. Thank you very much. It's quite an opportunity, and I would like to say this. Like the first person that was actually asked a few questions. When I got to, somehow, know about this Dr. Stephen Akintayo. The truth is that, at first you would have that, skeptical, thoughts and all that, because I've actually, I love investing. Right from, when I was younger, and I've had, bad experiences, and all that. And, so getting to know Dr. But over time, following the knowledge, the information and all that, I said, "Kai, this is definitely true." And I actually said, no, I have to just give it a try. And I can tell you the truth aspect is that I in no way regret investing with the GTEx and all that. I think I did my first investment in last 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. And but then the knowledge I've been gaining, the free knowledge you give, sir, so free, and I've never very free, and I'll just say you just give free videos on investment, talk about real estate, and then all those other people you bring in. We talk about e-commerce and all the forex trading and all that, so free, and I'm quite amazed that I've never seen this. So just beyond the investment is the free knowledge, just the knowledge and all that is. I just know that, well, over time, by God's grace, as I grow financially, and in due time, I'll be able to invest more.
How much did you invest?
Okay, I invested 2 million. 2 million.
And you got your returns every year.
I just made it for the 3 year. After the 3 year, I'm not. I just made it cumulatively so that I'll just get it at the end of 3 years.
You're doing capital appreciation, so you are not withdrawing your capital and your interest until after 3 years.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
Nice. That's good. That's good.
Because I don't want to take it out and then spend it, now. So let me just discipline myself and then keep it, so when it comes, I can be able to plan, something good and better for it by then. So for now, I don't have, I do other, little investments and other things. So by then I would have something good and something better, then I would invest or maybe even reinvest it or something better to do with it by then, sir.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I mean, one of the things that I admire with what we're able to do with the GVest, Daddy Freeze, is that it gives a regular person. If you notice, all those that have come in, of course, we have the high net worth ones who will not even come on your show, but it gives also the regular average person an opportunity to be able to invest and get some return on investment. I don't know who's asking for location. Just Google